Hey everyone, let's stick with us versus herd. If it's your first time here, love the content, hit subscribe. If you want to get notifications for when we post videos, tap the bell. And if you want to join the UVH fam, our community, links are below in the description to our Discord and our options trading group on Facebook. Now, if you made money today, comment below. Got paid. If you lost money today, comment below. Learned a lesson. And if you could do me a big favor, hit the like button for the YouTube algo. I definitely appreciate it. Today, obviously, was a little bit of a flat day. S&Ps were only up a couple points. Dow was up a few points. NASDAQ, pretty much an inside day. The market fell at the close. If we look at SPY, market fell pretty hard on reports that basically there's not going to be enough vaccines to go around at they're cutting. Pfizer cut the expectation for how many vaccines they're going to be putting out. So if you want to read the article, go ahead, take a look at it. They're going to have a supply chain issue, not going to be putting out as many vaccines as expected, and that's what caused, we had a pretty big drop on SPY from 368 down to 365, and then, came back up to almost 367 close. Now, for me, well, hold on one second. Going back to SPY though, if you look at the 1 year, I mean, we're still melting up. I definitely think that we can get another push up. So that looks pretty ideal here. So, people screaming, crash and stuff like that. Like if you look at today's chart, like really nothing happened. Nothing happened. We didn't even hit 100 million, just over 50 million on SPY in terms of volume. So pretty low volume. So right now, for me today, I did make a little bit of money. I made $531 on Snow. Snow reported earnings. Snow was up huge today. However, they opened flat. And if you guys remember from yesterday, I actually had on a Iron Butterfly. I got a $34 credit. Bought it back for $28.74. Props to Tastyworks, who I put a $30 order in. They gave me $125 better fill than what I actually put in. I mean, obviously it's what the price it was going for, but Tastyworks definitely helped out in that. So that gave me 531. I was short the 290 calls and puts, and then I had $50 wide wings on it. So thankfully, like Snow, if we pull up here, Snow opened flat, but if you look, I mean, this thing just skyrocketed out of the gate. I mean, pretty much opened 290, closed at 292 the day before, and opened up flat and then just skyrocketed out. So thankfully, I mean, if you look here, my timestamp, right, 23 seconds into market open, I got a fill. So thankful for that. I mean, I definitely wish that I traded it a little bit more aggressive, but I broke some rules today. And I'm ending up holding on to the CRM calls and Square calls, okay? And hold on one second here. All right, we're back. I don't know. My nose is a little stuffed up right now for some reason. Now, CRM, Square, I bought these. Like Square, I bought, I'm swinging this. It's at currently, I'm down 2%, down like $36. It's for next week expiration. I'm in the 205 calls. I'm currently in the money. So those are looking okay. Like Square had a really nice consolidation day. I mean, if you look here on the 5-minute chart, we were just kind of pinging back and forth. Probably should have closed it out at 207 though. When it ripped from 205 to 207, why I kept it open, again, broke some rules. Take profits, redeploy capital. Take profits, redeploy capital. I mean, that's all really you could do. And then on CRM, now this was left over from a credit put spread that I'm kind of battling through right now. But what I'm talking about, where I broke some rules was on CRM. I'm down 30% on these calls. I'm swinging right now, and this is where I made some mistakes. Okay, where I made the mistakes. Let me pull up the actual 15-minute chart, because I was trading the 15-minute chart on these right here. What I did is I bought into the consolidation here. When it ripped up and failed and came below consolidation, started cutting through 23, I should have got out of the trade. I should not have continued to trade or be in this trade. Yeah, and then by the time I figured it out, I was already like 221. I'm like, well, might as well hold. Basically bag holding was coming. It came down to yesterday's lows and then potentially can bounce right here. But right now I am a little bit concerned that, basically was meant to be a day trade turned into a swing trade because I broke my rules. And now, you don't want that to end up to be a YOLO trade. And this is exactly where I went wrong. And on, CRM, obviously a lot of people are playing the gap fill. It's holding like 220. CRM could hold here at 220, but the risk for this is that if it just sits here at 220, we're going to keep losing money, or I'm going to keep losing money. You're not in this trade, but I'm in this trade and I'm going to keep losing money. Man, my nose is just going nuts here. So I'm going to keep losing money longer it stays at 220. Yeah, sure, 2 days of consolidation, third day it could pop up, but it all depends on what happens in the market here. Same with Square. Square, had a nice inside consolidation day after yesterday popped up. I actually made some money on Square yesterday on this rip, got out, and then I went in today again, but I'm in consolidation. This could easily go to 210, 212 area. But right now we got to kind of have to, obviously see what happens. We don't know what's going to happen right now, and depending on if the market cooperates with us. Right now the market was just peeing back and forth. If we're looking at the S&P futures here, S&P futures peeing back and forth until we got to the end of the day. There was some volatility due to that Pfizer news. Dow, same thing. Dow got axed a couple hundred points here, but still closed green. Nasdaq. Now the interesting thing that I saw about Nasdaq is Nasdaq barely moved. It just maintained the range. It's still in the range that it was at all day. It went up, went down, went up, went down, but mainly maintained like this 12,480 area. Just basically maintain this. So right now, I'm looking to see what it's going to do. In terms of tech. Apple didn't sell off at all either. Apple's been holding. I sold my call yesterday. It did come down a little bit lower today. Closed 14 cents lower. We had a nice dump here at the end of the day, but at the end of the day, these stocks are not doing that bad. We could definitely get a melt up, in December. You don't want to be that aggressive, and I've chose to be a little bit more aggressive today, and that's not the key to winning. I've been doing very, very well, just trading very consistently, and then today broke my rules, and now I'm down 380 unrealized on the day trades. I am up 530 realized, so even if I were to cash them out, I'd still be green. But you don't want to have that mentality. You want to stick with the trade when that trade, goes against what your ideals were or what your rules are. Take the trade off. You could always get back in, and I didn't. I'm stuck in the trade right now because the market is closed. So we'll see what it does. If you watch this video to the end, comment watch to the end, and as always, stay safe, stay green. It's us versus herd.